Hello there everyone, so today we got 4 Digimon to talk about, so let's not waste any time and let's start with Omegamon X. Now Omegamon X's stats are really good, the HP is amazing, the power is actually good for a power Digimon. In fact, they are too good for a Digimon like Omegamon X. The defense is good as well, and the speed is decent. The plugins do make an amazing job of increasing the stats, and with some further awakening you can get the stats to be even better. The X skill is surprisingly straightforward. It's not too bad, but not something extremely broken either. It does the job, and with the stats and the right support, it can actually do some significant damage, and also remove the auto revive effects, which is good. The main skill is really strong, I would give it that, but it requires too much luck to be used. However, it doesn't mean it's trash. If you get lucky, you will be able to do something with it against teams with divisions. Just hope that the enemy doesn't have limiters and you are good to go. But even if they do, just hope you land the fade. And even if you don't land the fade, then just hope that you can kill them with your other Digimon. The sub-skill is actually good even though it doesn't heal fade. A heal is a heal and it's sometimes appreciated. In this instance, it's sort of appreciated because it doesn't really remove that much of important things. Like take for example the stun and sleep. They aren't really used that much in PvP. Meanwhile, the burn and error are still seen to this day, but they aren't much of a threat with all the debuff cleansing that happens with every new release. Look, what I'm trying to say is that it has its uses, like with the anti-crit and the good damage, but that's about it. I wouldn't say the heals are situation changing that will put you to victory immediately, but I wouldn't say that it's trash either. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. The passive is sort of selfish. Again, the immunity is appreciated, but no fade for some reason. The cooldown is also nice, the self-revive is too, and the rage is also nice, but that's about it. Like, yeah, that's it for the path. Now, Omegamon X is a bit of an underwhelming Digimon. When you look at the time it took for him to arrive, they should have definitely waited longer to release him. But, and I do say this with confidence, even though he's a bit underwhelming, he's not trash. On the contrary, he is not bad. He has his uses when it comes for some extra damage, and the ability to outright nuke the enemy is a luxury, if you have some luck, that is. His first role was just a debuffer and an extra damage, and he's sort of staying true to that, but with a bit of more of a balance. While I don't agree with how they nerfed the main skill, I will say that he is still sort of useful for Clash, if you are lucky, and for Underworld Dungeon, but he's not recommended by any means. Now let's start with Jesmon X and with the stats, which are closely good to Omegamon X's stats, with the HP being decent, the power and defense being good, and the speed being actually really good. And the plugins do a good job of upgrading the stats to something higher, and yes, awakening this guy will improve the stats even more to something better than it was before. So yeah. The X skill is actually really amazing. With the right support, it can change the outcome of the battle really quickly. Snipe 2 to 4 targets, revive 1 ally, and then reduce the cooldown by 70% for one skill for the entire team. That is something really good and will help out a lot actually. The main skill was nerfed really hard, and I don't really understand why. A lot of people don't actually get that, and there wasn't any improvement to make up for the nerf. And no, I will not talk about the shield being 6,000 instead of 3,500. That's not an improvement, that's bullshit. Now, the sub-skill for the original Jesmon X was sort of underwhelming in terms of the debuffing. It was mostly used for the power multiplier and for the error, and that's it. But the super version fixes all of that and also adds a minus 80% power damage resistance debuff, which is really cool actually. The passive is sort of the exact same concept, except it adds a shield, which is cute, and also gives an extra skill cooldown reduction, which is an improvement. Now, this Jesmon X is more of a support and a debuffer than an attacker. I would personally say that nerfing the main skill like that and just making it the same exact thing and not giving it the ability to pierce or anything like that was just a really bad move. This Jesmon X could have been amazing if they did him right, but nope, they decided to fuck it up. And before you say it, no, the good X skill and the decent sub skill doesn't make up for it. This Jesmon X is basically just another support that's what most Digimon these days in Japan already do. There's nothing special about him. Yes, the cooldown reduction is nice, but that's it. You can still use him as extra damage for Clash and for the power multiplier and for the cooldown reduction, but that's it. That's the only thing this super version is good for. But in order for it to exceed the original's power in terms of damage and to be actually a better replica of that original, you need it to be 4 stars, and that's just not acceptable. It's like telling you if you need your full power, you need to buy it, and again, that's not acceptable. So right now we are done with the 2 main Digimon. When these news came out, we also got the SDQ Digimon, but since I already talked about those in my Bench of Stingmon video, I won't be doing a review about them. Just a small quick talk about both of them really quickly, and that's it. If you want to see the full review, or more like a quick review for both of them, since I didn't actually do a full review, just a quick review, because they are SDQ Digimon, they are supposed to be a support Digimon, so yeah, you can check out the Bunch of Stingmon video. So yeah, they are both really good Digimon for Underworld Dungeon, and they can be used for Clash if you are out of options for attack multipliers, and that's about it. And that is it for today's videos. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, hit those bells so that you don't miss the video, and yeah, good luck summoning, and I will see you in the next video. The next video is gonna be about the lovely Digimon summon in the Japanese version because it's faster. Hopefully I can get it out today. So yeah.